Oh, balls. That's just gone on the floor. Hello and welcome to another episode of Don't Brush Over It. As you can see, today is the Valentine special because Valentine's Day is fast approaching, so why not? Putting this all together was really fun. I say putting this all together, I sprinkled some confetti on the tabletop, but it was fun. And I painted my nails red specifically for this. They're very messy because I suck at painting my nails, but ignore that. They're still pretty. Yeah, Valentine's episode, so I think it might be slightly obvious what type of things we're going to talk about today. But before we get into that, what are we making today? Well, I'm not really making anything, clearly, it's already made, but I am going to be just decorating some biscuits for fun. I've got sprinkles here and some colourful icing. I meant to also get white icing, but I forgot, so we're going to cope. Probably going to make them look drastically less pretty, but we're going to cope. Because why would anything go right on this podcast? Anyway, let's get straight into it. I'm going to start with a rich tea, or as my family calls them, rich tea rounds. Pink, because pink is one of the colours of love. Do I have to shake these? Shaking it anyway. Right, so as we all know, Valentine's Day is the day for people who are in love and couples and romantic relationships. But I think that Valentine's Day doesn't just mean romantic love, it can mean all types of love, platonic, or what I'm going to talk about today, self love. It's coming out very smoothly. Wow. Usually, when I do this, my hand is killing me, so by the end of this episode, I might not be able to move my hand, but worth it, I think, as long as they come out fairly pretty. Yeah, today I want to talk about self love because how are you going to have a relationship with another person if you don't like yourself? And that's what I'm going to talk about first of all. Oh, well, already something's gone wrong. Typical. 4 episodes into this podcast, I think it's going to be a running theme that everything just goes wrong. Let me wipe that off my hand quick. Yeah, where was I? Or that happy little accident, in the words of Bob Ross. Yeah, improving your relationship with yourself will in turn improve your relationship with others, because take this with a grain of salt because I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I don't think you can have a healthy relationship when you're beating yourself up so much and you're so insecure. What colour goes with pink? Should I just put pink throughout and then I'm going to do, that was a really nice pink border though. I'm going to do a yellow middle and then some pink hearts. Reconciling your relationship with yourself will improve your other relationships because it will make it so you don't have to depend on the other person, because you can be self-dependent and independent. Self-dependent, independent. It will make relationships a lot healthier because if you love and respect yourself, you can have boundaries. I'm trying to make these look pretty, but it's easier said than done. This one's not as easy to come out. Yeah, if you love and respect yourself, then you can have better boundaries and it'll make you more assertive, which in turn promotes a healthier relationship. Because a relationship without boundaries is not good. You need to have something in place. And also, having more self worth and self love makes it easier to spot when you're in a toxic situation. It makes it easier to get out of those. You won't stick around because you're like, I don't need you. I've got myself and I'm amazing. You know? The people who do this on TikTok make it look so easy. My hand's already hurting. I think I'm going to use this entire yellow bottle on just this one. I've got this butter knife here, which I'm going to try and smooth it out with, which I don't know how well that's going to go until I do it. So yeah, that's not bad. Certainly not the neatest thing in the world, but it's not bad. It can be fixed. Needs a bit more icing, but my finger hurts. I feel like I'm buttering a bit of toast because it looks like butter as well. To improve your relationship with others, you need to improve your relationship with yourself. And on the process of not being so dependent on other people, my advice is to become friends with yourself. Hang out with yourself. Make deliberate alone time, even if you don't like doing stuff alone, because I hate doing stuff alone because I get very easily anxious, so I hate being by myself. But do stuff alone, do hobbies alone, treat yourself alone. Like, basically just to hang out with yourself. And, like, hang out with yourself like you'd hang out with a friend. Keep forgetting to talk because I'm just, like, locked in to making this cookie look good. Ugh, I called it a cookie. Who am I? Biscuit. This really feels like butter. I think that's smooth enough. I might add another layer of pink around the outside to kind of like hide the inconsistencies. Do stuff alone, and especially if you've stopped doing hobbies or like got rid of an interest you enjoy just to please somebody else, take that back up and start liking it again, because why are you letting someone else decide what you like? You like what you like. For example, I forced myself to stop liking My Hero Academia for ages because people online told me it was cringe. But I love that show. Like, unapologetically now, I absolutely love My Hero Academia, and I will proudly admit that because I don't care. I have fun watching it, and that's all that matters. Do stuff that makes you happy, and hang out with yourself like you would hang out with a friend. And the more that you reconcile your relationship with yourself, the better you will be at real relationships. Because, like I said, how can you love anyone if you don't love yourself? Ooh. I was trying to make that smoother, but that's just gone wrong. Again, typical. Yeah, I'm just going to stop doing that. That's not a good idea. Right, so would blue go here? Is blue going to clash? Do we think blue's going to clash? I don't know. I'm going to risk it. Risk it for a biscuit. I need to get alive. The way that you, like, moving on, but still on the topic of self love, the way that you talk to yourself really matters. Because why are you being so hard on yourself? That's not fair. Oh, that was okay. That practice run went perfectly. Yeah, anyway, why are you being so hard on yourself? I think you deserve to be spoken to better than that. Because would you talk to a friend like that? No. Would you talk to your child self like that? No. So why are you talking to yourself like it? Treat yourself with the same respect that you would a friend as well. Hang out with yourself like you're a friend. Talk to yourself like you're a friend. Treat yourself like you're a friend. That one's so barely a heart, but it's good enough. If you are so quick to knock yourself down and say just straight away, oh, I'm ugly, or oh, I suck at this, I'm never going to be good at it. You're never going to be good at it because you're so quick to shoot yourself down that you won't believe in yourself. And you can't improve without believing in yourself. That's so scuffed. I like it though. Okay, cookie number 2. Why do I keep calling them cookies? Doing a heart. I don't know which side to do. This one. These are shortbread cookies. I don't like shortbread, but they were heart shaped and it's all I could find, so I'm using them. Would you just, every time that you are holding yourself to such a high standard, think, would you hold a friend to that same impossible standard that you're setting yourself? No, you wouldn't. Would you hold a friend to these unattainable goals? No, you wouldn't. I'm going to try and do a wiggle here, but I don't think this is going to go the best. That's fine. Yeah, that wasn't actually that bad. Well, it was, but the way that you talk to yourself really does matter, and actually, self love does genuinely have psychological effects on the brain. Because I was looking into it just for this episode. I don't know how to say that word. Amygdala? It calms your amygdala. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But yeah, I'll put the word on screen. It calms that part of your brain. And it increases activity in the prefrontal cortex, which is important. I don't know, I dropped psychology in school. And yeah, it increases dopamine. And in turn, that will boost motivation and it will make you just want to do stuff more if you're kinder to yourself. Being mean or bullying or abuse or shouting at someone has never made someone grow. Shouting at a plant won't make it grow, but watering it will. This is a bit of a state. I still like it though. If you're so quick to be hard on yourself, you won't get anywhere because you won't have a reason to get anywhere. Like, you won't have any motivation if you just immediately say, oh, I can't do that, or you suck. You'll never be better than this, you suck, so just give up. That's the mindset you'll be in. Have some respect for yourself. And then in terms of work, particularly creative work, if you're so hard on yourself, it will just zap all the enjoyment out of it. Because most of the time, if you're in a creative sector, you're doing it because you enjoy it. But if you're constantly beating yourself up about not being able to do something perfectly the first time, or messing up in the slightest way, or if you tell yourself you can't do it before you've even tried, then you're not going to progress and you're not going to enjoy the work you're doing, and you're just going to kill all your motivation and your passion. So, to move forward, you have to believe in yourself. To get things done and to make progress, you have to believe in yourself. Tell yourself that you can do it and that mistakes are normal and just part of the process. I'm going to do some flowers. Yeah, I'm going to cover this one in flowers. Yeah, there's a phrase that goes around saying, nobody will believe in you until you believe in yourself. I don't like that phrase because I don't agree with it. Because I think people can believe in you even if you don't believe in yourself. But I think you're going to make drastically less progress if you don't believe in yourself. Your opinion matters the most. That random guy in the street, his opinion doesn't matter. Like his opinion of you. Your parents, their opinion of you doesn't matter. Your friends, their opinion of you doesn't matter. Your opinion of yourself matters. I think that you owe it to yourself to believe in yourself, especially if you've been gifted with having such amazing aspirational dreams. I think that you owe it to yourself to fulfill those and believe that you can, because You wouldn't have those aspirations in your head for no reason. If I look like I'm squeezing it like a toddler, it's because it's already hurting my hand, and this is the most comfortable way to do it. So, apologies. Wish I had another colour, like one more, like a purple. I love purple. Purple's my favourite colour. I might put some of these cute little sprinkles on this one. I definitely want to use those sprinkles. I love sprinkles. If you don't believe in yourself, you won't take action, because at the end of the day, it's you who needs to take the action. It's you who needs to take the step forward, and if you don't believe you can, you won't. You'll just be paralyzed in fear. Believe in yourself and prove yourself wrong. I'm going to add some leaves to these because I haven't used this green yet and I want to. Don't be your enemy. Don't be your own worst enemy. Don't shoot yourself down. Don't echo the words of those who have disrespected or disregarded you or discouraged you or anything. Don't echo those words, because those people are wrong. And those people, if someone goes out of their way to disrespect you, what is going on in their life, you know? How sad are they that they need to shoot you down? Oftentimes it's just projecting. You don't need the opinions of others. The only opinion that matters is your opinion of yourself. You can like so vaguely tell what this is. I think that's still kind of cute. It would be better if it had a white background, but still kind of cute. Give yourself consideration for what you can do right now, because if you're shooting yourself down for not having a certain skill or ability yet, it's a process of learning. Give yourself patience, give yourself consideration for where you are right now. For example, something I've seen before is if the most you can give is 1%, then that 1% is your 100%. You know? Give yourself consideration for what you can do right now. Give yourself consideration, understanding, and compassion. Because you could have had a day from hell where everything's gone wrong and you just want to be alone and have some ice cream while you're watching your favorite show, and you could still be beating yourself up for not being productive. But you've got to have understanding. Again, would you hold a friend to that standard? Would you make a friend feel bad for not being productive when they've had a terrible day? No. Give yourself a break. And oftentimes those who are harder on themselves are much better at whatever they're doing than they know. On a similar vein, don't hate yourself for who you are. Accept what you can't change about yourself and own it. Be authentic, because you're the only one of you. This is going to be messy. I'm going to take this long one out. I don't want to get it on the other ones, so I'm going to do it over here. It probably would have gone better if I used pink icing for this, so it's probably going to clash, but I don't care. We've committed now. Oh, balls. That's just gone on the floor. Okay. Gonna need to hoover. Jesus, don't use hundreds of thousands in an office. Okay. Do this in the kitchen. I'm so glad I did this on this plate. Wish I had like a shaker top instead of just being open. If I like did that, that worked. Yeah, that's not bad. That doesn't clash as much as I thought it would. Anywho, Yeah, be authentically yourself. Don't let anyone tell you who you are. Because, as I said, you're the only one who can be you. You're the only one of you that exists, so just be you. If you waste your life trying to be someone else, you're going to severely regret it. I'm going to try and do the same sort of thing on this one. Only you can define what you're worth. Only you know what you're worth. Don't let someone else tell you what you're worth. Because again, I repeat, because this is how important it is, the only opinion of you that matters is your opinion of yourself. I'm going to smooth that out with the knife again. I'm going to see how many of those I can pick up before I put more. That does go so much better with the pink. Oh, I've got it on my hand again. When I was, oh, it's gone everywhere again. When I was like 14, we were just coming out of lockdown. I was at my absolute lowest and I absolutely hated everything about myself. But here I am 4 years later with enough confidence to start a podcast, you know? I've just, because I do have moments like everyone else, but I've just lost the care for others' opinions of me. Only I matter. Well, not only I matter, but only my opinion matters. I'm having fun. And if I always let other people dictate what I do, then I'm never going to get what I want. Yeah, sometimes I wish I could go back and tell my 14-year-old self to stop being so hard on herself, to stop beating herself up for little tiny things and stop caring so much about what others had to say about me. So instead, I say that to you, whoever's watching this. Don't care what others say. Do what makes you happy and love who you are because you're an amazing person. That is really satisfying for me. I don't know why. I really like the look of those sprinkles. My hands feel so icy. I haven't done a largely green one, so I'm going to do a green one here. What goes with green though? A little border and think about it. And make sure that you make time for your dreams and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it, because I know that you can. If you couldn't, like I said, you wouldn't have those dreams. But don't be embarrassed and do what feels right. Listen to your heart. Listen to yourself. People will criticize you for everything, especially online. People will rip you apart for tiny little things without any consideration of who you are behind the screen or what you're going through or anything. But what they have to say doesn't matter because they are at home typing words on a screen with nothing better to do. So why would you take their opinion into regard? You know, not worth it. If you're out there leaving hate comments, what are you doing? Lighten up a bit, brother. If you're at home watching this, then I want you to know that you are as worthy of love as anyone else is. Don't let anybody, including yourself, tell you any different. You are alive, so you're worthy. And if you need someone to believe in you, to believe in yourself, then I believe in you. Might do some little cute yellow flowers on top of this, like daffodils or dandelions. They always make me think, like daffodils, and seeing crocuses or croci or snowdrops, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, spring's coming, you know? So exciting. I love seeing all the spring flowers come. It's yet another reminder that cold times and hard times pass. Winter passes and comes a beautiful spring and a beautiful summer, despite the fact that winter's my favourite season, but that's just mainly because I'm scared of bugs. Yeah, this is off topic, but in the context of spring, I always try and operate with the mindset of this too shall pass. Winter will always fade into spring. Spring will always fade into summer, summer into autumn, autumn into winter. I don't think I can get that any smoother than that. That does not look like a flower. Take care of yourself this Valentine's Day because I know that it can be a hard season for people. Yeah, please take care of yourself. You deserve it. And don't be so hard on yourself because you don't deserve that. You can do this like a flower field. Remind us that spring is coming. Kind of look like stars, but I'm just trying to do a simplistic 5 petals thing. I'm going to do some, try at least to do some yellow middles. And with that, the Valentine's Day cookies are done. I think they came out quite cute. I quite like that one. Ta-da! It's actually one of my favourite things I've made so far in 4 episodes. Yeah, this was fun. And take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. And love yourself. I hope that you have an amazing day. And enjoy your Valentine's Day, whether you have a Valentine's or not. Be your own Valentine. Take care and have an awesome week. And I'll see you next time. And remember, if you've got something on your mind, don't brush over it. Bye.